Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls basketball contest between the visiting Galloping Ghosts of the Marie Phillips School for the Deaf and the hosting Newman School Cardinals. This should be a fun one here today between Newman and Marie Phillip. As you can see from our scoreboard cam in the bottom left corner of your screen, we got about 7.5 minutes left on the pregame clock before we have our opening tip-off here today. As always, if you end up enjoying this live stream, I encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. And as always, I encourage audience participation either in the YouTube live chat, or if you're more comfortable sending me an email, you can do that as well. You know, it could be, to say something as simple as go Newman or go Marie Phillip. You know, no matter who it is you're rooting for, we appreciate fans bringing the good vibes and showing support for the players on the court, no matter who they're playing for. You know, maybe you want to give a more specific shout out to a specific player. Maybe you're tuning in to watch a family member or a friend and you want to shout them out by name. That's always fun. What can also be fun is sometimes people will tell us where it is they're tuning in from with these live streams that can be watched all over the world online. You know, sometimes we hear about people tuning in from different states and on rare occasion even different countries. You know, it can just be a fun thing to hear about how these games can help bring people together from all over. And then on a more important side, if you notice any technical difficulties going on with the live stream, you know, maybe the video's cutting out, maybe the audio is going quiet on you or something, I encourage you to speak up and say something, again, either in a live chat or in an email. You never know, it may be something that I don't notice on my end, like maybe the sound sounds okay in the ears of my headset, but it doesn't sound, but it's like not coming through or something like that. You know, it might be something I don't notice, and it might be something that's an easy fix. So if you notice a technical problem, speak up and say something. And then, of course, if I'm messing up the pronunciation of any players' names, I highly encourage people to correct me, again, either in the live chat or an email. You know, I know some people might think like, oh, I don't want to be a problem, or it's okay, it's not a big deal. But, you know, to me it is a big deal. I want to give these student athletes the best coverage I possibly can, and to me part of that does mean saying their names right. And it actually does me a world of good to get corrected, because it means I know for sure that I'm getting their name right, as opposed to just relying on the hope that my first guess was correct. And on that note, let's take a look at the rosters for the two teams coming into today. We'll start over here on our left with the visiting Galloping Ghosts of Marie Phillip, wearing white jerseys today with dark blue jersey numbers. Going in order of jersey number for Marie Phillip, first off we have number 3, Leticia Lazo-Reyes. Next up we have number 4, Vanessa Danway. Number 5, Selena Rampino. Number 10, Lindsay Alvizurez. Number 15, Raydiris Disla Garcia. Number 20, Kimberly Ange. Number 23, Faith Curlis. And number 35, Kai Gabriel. That is the roster for Marie Phillip, and now we move over to our right to take a look at the home team on the scoreboard today, wearing black jerseys with White jersey numbers and red outlines, the hosting Newman School Cardinals. Going in order of jersey number for Newman, first off we have number 1, Nia Jablensky. Next, number 2, Clementine Melanie. Number 3, Delilah Wardwell. Number 4, Jordana Grossman. Number 5, Julia Skelly. Number 10, Antonia Kutsawati. Number 11, Kate Salmaron. Number 12, Talia Miller. Number 13, Maya Samaha. And number 14, Vivian Strandberg. That is the roster for Newman. We still got about 2 minutes on the pregame clock. As we get ready for this one. So far this season for Newman, as it looks like they're getting ready, we'll soon get this one started. Newman opened the season with a nail-biting 28-27 win over Boston Trinity Academy back on December 10th. Followed it up with a tough 36-8 loss to the Cambridge School of Weston. Then lost 28-18 to neighbor rival Commonwealth School. Those last 2 games part of the Goblet Griffin Cup that was played at Cambridge School of Weston. So a 1-2 record, 1 win, 2 losses is what Newman stands at coming into this one. So we will momentarily get our starting lineups and the opening tip-off. As per usual in the Massachusetts Bay Independent League, we should have 2 16-minute halves. A little bit different from the rules for public school competition in the MIAA, where they do 4 8-minute quarters. Actually, it looks like they're going to do 8-minute quarters here, so maybe it's a little different. I think the boys' games do 2 16-minute halves. So it looks like we are going to have 4 8-minute quarters, so I was completely wrong on that. That's my fault. Starters coming out on the floor for Marie Phillip. We see number 23, Faith Curlis. Number 3, Leticia Lazo Reyes. Number 35, Kai Gabriel. Number 4, Vanessa Danway. And last one, I'm having trouble seeing the number. Looks like number 20, Kimberly Ange. For Newman, number 10, Antonia Kutsawati, getting ready to take the opening tip-off. She starts alongside number 14, Vivian Strandberg, number 2, Clementine Melanie, number 12, Talia Miller, and number 1, Nia Jablensky. They're just establishing some signals pregame to make sure that when the official blows the whistle, Murray Phillips players will still know that the whistle was blown despite their hearing impairments. All right, here we go. Kutsawati versus Gabriel in the opening tip, and we're underway. Tip-off is chased down, recovered by Lazo Reyes for Marie Philip right under the hoop. It's a bit crowded down there as a battle for the loose ball results in a jump ball. And you can see that when the whistle is blown, the Newman players have been instructed to put their hands in the air to signal that the whistle was blown so that the Marie Philip players will know that the whistle was blown even though they can't hear it. Possession arrow to Marie Philip on the jump ball. The attempted shot from Curlis, no good. Rebound by Kutsawati, but she slipped and fell trying to get the pass away. And it's taken back by number 20, Kimberly Ange. Gives back to Curlis, who runs into a wall, lost it. Picked up by Clementine. Melanie runs, floats a pass up to Kutsawati. Kutsawati looking around, passes out to Talia Miller. Gives it back to Kutsawati, steps in, mid-range shot is good. Antonia Kutsawati with the first bucket of the game. And that gives Newman the 2-0 lead. Vanessa Danway bringing the ball up for the Ghosts. Swings a pass over to Faith Curlis. Inside to Kai Gabriel. Goes up for the layup, no good. Good defense down low by Vivian Strandberg on the first couple possessions. Melanie bringing it up, starts to drive. Pass out to the corner to Nia Jablensky. Inside to Kutsawati, fighting through. Shot no good. But the loose ball tracked down briefly by Melanie, then lost. Picked up by Curlis. Running with it, pass intercepted by Kutsawati. Gives it to Jablensky. Jablensky pass up to Melanie. Melanie steps in, layup is good. Nothing but net on the little floater there from Clementine Melanie as Newman goes up 4-0. Danway brings it up. Pass. Stepping in is Ange. Pass to Gabriel. Kicks it out to Curlis. Curlis running baseline. Floater, no good. And the ball tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Marie Philip. It'll be Newman ball. Kutsawati walks it up. Pass inside, finds Melanie. Layup no good. Loose ball being fought for, and struggling to pick it up. It's picked up by Gabriel. Gabriel had to pick up her dribble. Throws the pass across to Curlis. And picked loose, out of bounds. And it'll be Marie Philip ball. Inbound to Danway. Danway signaling from the top, swings it over to Curlis. Curlis goes inside to Gabriel. Back out to Curlis, deflected but gets there. Long pass across, gets to Lazo Reyes. Tries a long two, no good. Rebound tipped and recovered by Strandberg. Kutsawati sees a lane, goes in untouched and misses the open layup. Rebound collected by Ange. Ange dribbling with it, covered tight by Talia Miller, and that's going to be a foul call against Miller. Taking a brief look at the replay of the last made shot from the field by Clementine Melanie, who saw a bit of an opening, got around one defender, and hit a nice floater there. 4-0, still the score in favor of Newman. A little less than 3 minutes into this contest. That pass gets away, but recovered by Danway. Danway gets passed away to Curlis. Curlis driving in, shot is in. Faith Curlis puts Marie Philip on the board, 4-2 now the score. Melanie passes wide open, Kutsawati hits the layup. Kutsawati has been doing a good job finding the openings in the Marie Philip defense as a timeout is called by the Galloping Ghosts. The Marie Philip defense has been having some troubles with letting players sneak right by them. You can see both of the front court players in that zone for Marie Philip were focused on the ball handler, and Kutsawati just snuck right past him, and there was nobody under the hoop, accounting for the nice cut there. And so Kutsawati now with 4 points, leading all scorers as Newman leads Marie Philip 6-2. We got our first, but looks like we've reconnected okay. You know, that happens sometimes here at the Y. We occasionally will have these brief, like 2-second Wi-Fi disconnections. And you know what? I'm happy when it happens during a timeout. Out of the timeout, Danway walking it up for Marie Philip. Off a screen, passes to Curlis. Curlis running down to the baseline, looking for a pass outlet. Throws it across the baseline, looking for Ange. Knocked out of bounds. And it's going to stay Marie Philip ball. Lazo Reyes looking for the inbound. Gives to Curlis. Curlis spins, goes inside. Layup no good, but draws the foul. And so Curlis will go to the line to shoot 2. Off on the first. And misses them both. Rebound by Strandberg. Kutsawati brings it up. Pass to an open Melanie. Melanie running in, kicks out. Kutsawati on the wing. Backdoor pass to Strandberg, missed the layup. Rebound by Curlis, bringing it the other way. Runs to a wall, pass out, intercepted. Kutsawati, fast break, layup, no good. Rebound, Danway. Pass intercepted by Melanie. Melanie tries the fast break and gets the rim roll for 2. Clementine Melanie now with 4 points, and it's an 8-2 lead for the Cardinals. Danway off the screen, throws to the corner to Lazo Reyes. Lazo Reyes gets a pass away, barely gets to Ange. Ange to her right, gives it to Curlis. Curlis back to Ange on the baseline, steps in, passes out Gabriel, mid-range no good, rebound tipped, and Ange could not save it, almost ran face first into the wall there. It's a little dangerous with how tight things are in the YMCA Huntington gym. You know, there's not a lot of room between the wall and the baselines. Players have to be careful. Kutsawati walks it up, backdoor pass to Strandberg again, kicks out to Miller, back to Kutsawati. Swings it over to Strandberg, long 2, no good, rebound Jablensky, passes out Kutsawati. Kutsawati looking, steps in, short shot, no good, rebound by Gabriel. Gabriel in transition, knocked out of bounds. Good deflection by Miller on defense there. And it's going to stay Marie Philip ball. 4 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 Marie Ph Lazo Reyes looking for the inbound. Gets to Curlis under the hoop, and a foul is going to be called. I think it's going to go against Oh, it was an offensive foul. They called Curlis for the elbow. Got double teamed down low, was trying to create space for herself and just contacted the defense too hard. Melanie with the ball at the top. Gives to Kutsawati. Kutsawati looking. Passes baseline to Melanie. Running across the baseline. Almost lost the ball. Pass gets away to Jablonski. Jablonski throws up top. Intercepted by Danway. Danway running with it. Knocked loose by Miller. Recovered by Strandberg. Gives it back to Miller, who then gives to Kutsawati. Newman resets on the offense again. Kutsawati floats it inside to Melanie. Somehow completes the pass through traffic. Has to pass out to Jablonski. Gives to the corner to Melanie. Fakes. Runs in. Hits traffic. Lost the ball. On the floor. It's a jump ball as both Gabriel and Kutsawati got their hands on it. And possession arrow will go to Newman. Got a substitution for Newman. Looks like number 3, Delilah Wardwell, checking into the game, replacing Talia Miller. Melanie called for the 5-second violation. Two and a half to go here in the first. Still an 8-2 lead for Newman. Danway brings it up. Looking, floats a pass, deflected by Melanie, caught by Kutsawati. Kutsawati running the floor in transition, goes up, hits it. Antonia Kutsawati with 6 points now as Newman reaches double digits, 10-2 the lead. Danway, pass, gets to Gabriel. Gabriel dribbling, goes off a foot. And it's going to be Newman ball. Melanie walking it up. Gives to Kutsawati, inside Melanie. Melanie swarmed by defenders, gets it out to Strandberg, long two, in and out. Rebound by Gabriel. Gabriel past Curlis. Curlis up top to Danway. Danway's pass deflected but gets to Lazo Reyes. Tries a long two, off the mark. Rebound Jablonski. Kutsawati walking it up for the Cardinals. Pass to Melanie. Melanie around to the top, throws inside. Kutsawati, a layup, no good. Rebound tipped a couple times, picked up by Wardwell. Putback shot, no good. Rebound by Gabriel. Gabriel racing up the floor with it, goes up for a shot, no good. Rebound Jablonski, throws it up to Wardwell. Over to Kutsawati, who then gives it to Melanie. Melanie, pass to Jablonski. They go for the give and go. Melanie's layup is good. Nice give and go between Clementine Melanie and Nia Jablonski as Melanie finishes at the rim. 12-2 with 6 points each from Clementine Melanie and Antonia Kutsawati. Danway throws a pass, gets into Gabriel. Gabriel, pass deflected but gets to Ange. Runs in, layup is good. Kimberly Ange makes it a 12-4 game with less than 30 seconds to play here in the first. Kutsawati walks it up. Gives to Melanie. Melanie from the top. Bounced it over to Strandberg. Fakes, steps in, lost the ball. Stolen away by Lazo Reyes. Gives back to Curlis. Curlis running with it. Runs out of room, picked loose by Kutsawati, picked up by Melanie. Melanie running in the fast break, sees an opening, goes in, can't hit the buzzer beater on the fast break. And that is how the first quarter will end. Our score at the end of one, Newman 12, Marie Phillip 4. For Newman, 6 points each from Clementine Melanie and Antonia Kutsawati, as we look at a replay of the last bucket scored by Melanie off the give and go with Nia Jablensky. For Marie Phillip, 2 points each from Kimberly Ange and Faith Curlis. The transition game has really been working wonders for the Cardinals, and if they're able to hit their layups a little bit more consistently, because they had a couple of rough misses on some open looks, if they hit those more consistently, they could really start to run away with this ball game. You know, and hats off to the Newman defense. You know, I mentioned a couple times Vivian Strandberg, no points on the board, but you know, she's been providing a strong defensive presence in the post that has forced Marie Phillip to take some low percentage shots in the half court, and the Cardinals have been pretty strong on their get-back defense. Whenever they give the ball away, they're not giving any wide-open fast break looks to the Galloping Ghosts. And meanwhile, when the Cardinals get their opportunities, they are flying up the court. And part of that does come down to the guards for Newman. You know, Melanie and Kutsawati, they're able to run the floor faster than almost anyone on the court with good ball handling skills. And conversely, we haven't really seen any turnovers along the perimeter from the Cardinals. All right, a fresh 8 minutes on the clock as we get ready to start the second quarter. Marie Phillip with the opening possession of the quarter. Vanessa Danway at the top, passes over to Kai Gabriel, back to Danway. Now gives it to Faith Curlis. Curlis steps in, long two, no good. Rebound, Jablensky. Jablensky's been doing a good job on the rebounds in the last couple minutes of the first quarter, and now starting here as well in the second. Kutsawati looks back door for Strandberg, but it goes off her hands and out of bounds. Danway walking it up. Pass intercepted. Kutsawati, fast break is good. Like I said, if Newman is able to hit those on a consistent basis, they could run away with this one. Antonia Kutsawati now with 8 points today. Danway with the ball at the top. Off a screen, but an illegal screen as Ange stepped into that one a little too much. That's a tough thing. You got to have your feet planted when you go for a pick. And Ange just walked into that screen just a little too much. Kutsawati brings it up. Into the corner they go to Wardwell, back to Kutsawati, out to Wardwell, pass to the top, finds Jablensky, tries for three, short. Offensive board, chased down by Strandberg, gets to Wardwell, now out to Kutsawati. Kutsawati tries a three, short. Rebound by Danway, running on the fast break. Goes up, no good. Good defense by Kutsawati and Jablensky on the fast break there. Kutsawati walking up with it. Swings it over to number 4, Jordana Grossman. Passing around, Kutsawati looking, gives Jablensky. Pass to Strandberg in the corner. Strandberg lost the ball. It's recovered by Gabriel, running the fast break. Kutsawati disrupting, but not cleanly, and the foul is called. It was a good chase down by Kutsawati, and a good job making sure the shot really had no chance of going in, but Not enough distance between her and the shooter to prevent body contact that drew the foul call. Kai Gabriel will go to the line to shoot 2. Off on the first. Oh for 2 at the line. The Galloping Ghosts 0 for 4 at the charity stripe so far today as Kutsawati looks backdoor to Strandberg again. Under the hoop, she gets swarmed, kicks out to Wardwell. Up top, Kutsawati. Kutsawati dribbling around. And a reach foul is going to be called on Vanessa Danway. That'll keep the ball with Newman. Strandberg goes to Kutsawati, tries a shot, blocked, but recovers it. Gets pass out. Strandberg, baseline jumper, no good. And Ange could not keep it in bounds, and so that will be Newman ball. Strandberg looking for the inbound again. Gives it to Jablensky. Passes to Wardwell. That pass intercepted by Danway. Running on the fast break. Shot no good. Well disrupted by Wardwell. Rebound recovered by Ange. Goes in. Almost lost the ball. Recovers. Kutsawati trying to steal that ball away and forces the jump ball. Possession arrow to Newman. More good hustle on the defensive end by Antonia Kutsawati as a pair of subs coming in for Newman. Number 2, Clementine Melanie, and number 12, Talia Miller back in the game, replacing Antonia Kutsawati and Vivian Strandberg. Melanie brings it up. Gives it to Wardwell. Across to Grossman. Grossman floats pass up, intercepted by Curlis. Curlis lost the ball out of bounds, knocked away by the defense of, I think, Talia Miller, and so it will stay Marie Phillip ball. Just 2 points scored total in this second quarter so far as we're about 3 minutes in. Both teams struggling to find their openings. Ange gives to Lazo Reyes over to Danway. Inside Curlis, steps in, tries a shot, hits it. Faith Curlis now with 4 points. 14-6, now the Newman lead. Melanie bounces it to Miller. Goes inside, tipped by Curlis, recovered by Melanie. Runs along the baseline. Looking for an opening, passes out to Jablensky. Jablensky tries for 3 and is short, out of bounds. Another sub checking in for Newman, number 5, Julia Skelly, in the game for the first time, replacing Jordana Grossman. Four and a half to go here in the first half. Danway to Ange, inside Gabriel. Mid-range no good, rebound by Skelly, but stolen away by Curlis. Layup is good. Faith Curlis with a quick pair of buckets. She's now got 6 points today as Marie Phillip trails by 6. Melanie to her left, pass out Miller. Now gives to Wardwell at the top, back to Melanie. Melanie drives, almost lost the ball, has to pass out to Miller. Miller, pass complete to Skelly, out to Wardwell, over to Melanie. Melanie steps in, long 2, no good, rebound Gabriel. Gabriel bringing it up, Looking for a pass, throws to Curlis. Curlis running along the baseline, floater no good, but draws the foul. Foul was called on Talia Miller. Faith Curlis will be at the line to shoot 2. Off on the first. Substitution for Marie Phillip. Number 15, Radiris Disla Garcia, replacing Kimberly Ange. And Curlis airballs the second, and that'll just automatically give the ball to Newman. The bench is not deep here today. Marie Phillip with just 6 players here today. Newman with just 8. Melanie driving in, shot no good, rebound Gabriel. Gabriel gives to Danway. Danway to Curlis, inside tipped and intercepted by Melanie. Melanie running in, fast break, layup is good. When Clementine Melanie has those openings in transition, she can really pour on the speed and just breeze by everybody for an open layup. Pass deflected by Wardwell, almost picked up by Skelly, and instead recovered by Gabriel. Pass gets to Disla Garcia, blocked on the shot by, I think, Melanie, and it will stay Marie Phillip ball. (16-8), the Newman lead. 2.5 to go here in the second. Inbound goes to Curlis. Curlis under the hoop, looking. Pass out Danway in the corner. Now over to Gabriel. Mid-range, no good. Rebound Melanie. Melanie running up with it. Layup, no good. Rebound Curlis. Almost stolen, but Curlis keeps it. Runs with it. Shot, no good. Rebound Gabriel. Putback is good. Kai Gabriel with her first points of the day, and a timeout is called by Newman. 16-10, the Newman lead here in the second quarter. All Newman points coming from Clementine Melanie and Antonia Kutsawati, who have 8 points each. Faith Curlis leading the way for Marie Phillip with 6, while Kimberly Ange and Kai Gabriel have 2 each. We got a note in the live chat from Rose Marie Pombianchi saying, "Go Julia," referring, I assume, to Julia Skelly of Newman, who's had some time on the floor off the bench here in the second quarter. 2:08 on the clock here in the second. Antonia Kutsawati back in the game for the Cardinals out of the timeout. Gives to Melanie. Give and go back to Kutsawati. Kutsawati turnaround shot is in. Antonia Kutsawati, the first player to reach double digits today. She's got 10 points. Danway gives to Curlis. Up top to Lazo Reyes. Pass lost by Danway, but she chased it down, gets it away to Curlis. Now over to Lazo Reyes, tries a deep three, short and out of bounds. Kutsawati walking it up once again. Pass to Melanie. Melanie running down to the baseline. Pass out to Kutsawati. Mid-range again. No good. Rebound collected by Disla Garcia. Gives to Curlis. Curlis chucks one over the outstretched hand of Gabriel and out of bounds. Minute 4 left in the half. Melanie with the ball at the top. Chucks one to the corner to Strandberg. Out to the wing to Kutsawati. Miscommunication as Melanie started to cut out to the corner right as Kutsawati was aiming to pass it to her under the hoop. And that gives it back to the Galloping Ghosts. Danway to Curlis. Inside Gabriel. Gabriel out to Curlis. Curlis running in with it. Pass across to Gabriel. Tries a shot, no good. Rebound tipped and won by Melanie. Now we got a whistle. And it looks like one of the Marie Philip players was signaling that she got hit in the face, I think. Little bit of confusion. I think they were checking to make sure she wasn't like hurt or anything. But anyway, we resume the action. 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Kutsawati brings it up. Throws it to the corner to Miller. Out to Jablensky, to Strandberg, and to Melanie. Melanie around to the top. Drives. Pass. Kutsawati missed. Got her own rebound. Throws it outside to Strandberg, to Miller, to Jablensky. Tries for three. Short. Rebound tipped to Kutsawati. Put back no good. And that will end the half. Our score at halftime. The Newman School Cardinals 18. The Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts 10. Antonia Kutsawati leading all scorers with 10 points to match her jersey number as we see the last bucket she made on this turnaround shot. Clementine Melanie with the other 8 points for Newman. For Marie Philip, Faith Curlis with 6, Kimberly Ange and Kai Gabriel with 2 points each. Well, folks, as you can see, we got about 4.5 minutes on the halftime clock on the scoreboard cam in the bottom left corner of your screen. I'm going to take a break and mute the mic, but I will be back with the second half of this ball game. Stay tuned. Hello again, back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the second half of this high school varsity girls basketball contest between the Newman School Cardinals and the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts. Newman with an 18-10 lead as we get ready to start the second half here. Fresh 8 minutes on the clock to start the third quarter. Newman with the opening possession. Clementine Melanie with the ball at the top gives it to Antonia Kutsawati. Now to Vivian Strandberg. Up top to Talia Miller. And that one went through Melanie's hands, but she recovers it. From the wing, Melanie throws under the hoop, but it goes through the hands of Kutsawati out of bounds. Now Vanessa Danway bringing it up for Marie Philip. Gives it over to Faith Curlis. Curlis across to Leticia Lazo-Reyes. Now to Kai Gabriel. Gabriel throws up top back to Danway. Danway throws inside to Curlis. Curlis steps in, shot in and out. Put back shot no good from Kimberly Ange, and it's recovered by Kutsawati. Kutsawati walking it up. Gives to Strandberg. To Melanie in the corner. Melanie dribbling along the top. Swings it across to Nia Jablensky. Goes inside to Kutsawati. Turnaround shot no good. Rebound picked up by Curlis. Curlis runs it up in transition, now passes away to Danway. Gives it to Lazo-Reyes, tries a long three and hits it. First three-pointer from either side today from Leticia Lazo-Reyes. Oh, was it a two or a three? It was a three. Okay, the scoreboard just hasn't marked it yet properly yet. As they go inside, Melanie off on the shot. Curlis running it back the other way. Lost the ball. And there's the adjustment on the scoreboard, 18-13. As Marie Philip lost that ball out of bounds. Melanie walking it up. Swings it over to Kutsawati, give and go, disrupted by Ange, recovered by Curlis. Curlis gives to stolen by Kutsawati, they call jump ball. And that'll be possession arrow to Marie Philip. Because Newman got the first inbound of the third quarter, that means the possession arrow now goes to Marie Philip, and now on the next jump ball or change of quarter, it'll go back to Newman. This ball stolen away by Kutsawati. Fast break, layup is good. Antonia Kutsawati. She and Clementine Melanie have been making those fast break buckets their bread and butter today, as Kutsawati now has 12 points, leading all scorers. Curlis gives to Lazo-Reyes. Over to Danway. Pass to Curlis. Curlis fighting through traffic. Shot no good. Rebound Strandberg. And Ange gets her hands on the ball for a jump ball. Possession arrow now to Newman. But because Ange forced that jump ball, that means the next jump ball will go to Marie Philip. 20-13, the Newman advantage. As Melanie brings it up. Pass to Jablensky, give and go. Melanie layup no good. Rebound tipped and recovered by Ange. Ange brings it up in transition. Kicks out to Curlis. Curlis throws it across to Lazo-Reyes. Now gives to Danway. Danway back to Lazo-Reyes. Tries for another three. Short this time, out of bounds. Kutsuwati bringing it up. 4.5 on the clock here in the third. Melanie passes inside to Kutsuwati, outside to Strandberg. Gives back to Kutsuwati on the baseline. Baseline shot no good. Rebound Curlis. Curlis sprinting up the floor, running inside. Euro step no good on the shot. Rebound by Ange. Poked loose by Kutsuwati. Another steal for Antonia Kutsuwati, and another jump ball forced by the hustle from Kimberly Ange. And this time possession arrow will go to Marie Phillip. Inbound, intercepted. Kutsuwati throws it up to Talia Miller. Miller manages to recover the ball, give it to Melanie. Melanie pass across to Strandberg, and a defensive foul is called on Ange as she knocks over Strandberg on that play. It'll stay Newman ball as we take a quick look at the instant replay of the last fast break bucket by Kutsuwati. Inbound for Newman, goes to Kutsuwati, quickly under the hoop, layup no good from Melanie, recovers her own rebound, and she's going to be called for the travel. Just one step too many before she could get the ball out of her hands on the attempted pass to Strandberg. Danway walks it up, gives it to Curlis. Curlis into the corner, pass up top, Lazo Reyes. Now over to Reyderis Disla Garcia. Now another pass stolen away by Kutsuwati. Fast break, layup no good, draws the foul. And thankfully that part of the wall does have padding on it. You know, I mentioned it earlier in the game, how you gotta be careful in the tight confines of the YMCA on Huntington. Not a lot of space between the baseline and the wall, as Antonia Kutsuwati will be going to the line for two. We got a note in the live chat from Jesse Caddy saying, Jesse, I am very impressed with your commentary. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much for the kind words, Jesse. I appreciate it. Kutsuwati short on her first free throw. And misses them both. Curlis with the rebound, running up with it, and a defensive foul. Or was that an offensive foul? I think they called the foul on Kutsuwati there, as we got three subs checking in for Newman now. Number 3, Delilah Wardwell. Number 4, Jordana Grossman. And number 5, Julia Skelly, as they will replace Miller, Strandberg, and Kutsuwati. Inbound to Danway. Pass inside. Ange goes for the shot. No good. Rebound by Wardwell. Wardwell gets the ball to Jablinski, who gives it to Melanie. Melanie running up with it. Trying to get around her defender, throws a pass across the baseline, out of bounds, Marie Phillip ball. Newman always wants to make sure they have at least Clementine, Melanie, or Antonia Kutsuwati, or ideally both of them out on the floor, as they're easily the team's two best ball handlers. Helps a lot in transition. Curlis with the ball, throws it across to Lazo Reyes. Now to Danway, inside to Ange. Ange dribbling through, layup no good, but draws the foul on Jablinski. You know, I would honestly call that a smart foul, because that was a pretty open look for Ange. Disrupted her just enough to make sure the shot missed. And both teams have been struggling at the charity stripe today, so you might just prevent any points from being scored with a foul like that. Or not. Kimberly Ange, the first player to hit a free throw today. Call that a bit of an announcer jinx. And off on the second, but the rebound from Curlis. Putback is no good. Ball bounces out of bounds. Newman ball. So Ange 1 for 2 at the line. 20-14 the score here in the third quarter. Melanie with the ball at the top. Trying to drive in. Pass across, intercepted by Ange. Ange in transition. Almost lost control. Pass goes out to Curlis. Now throws it to Danway at the top. Over to Lazo Reyes. Tries a three ball, no good. Rebound Melanie. Melanie taking off with speed, gets fouled by Danway. One thing that both teams have to be careful about, as I mentioned before, bench is not deep today. They got to be careful about not getting into foul trouble. Melanie tries a long two, no good. Rebound Curlis. Curlis almost lost the ball. Pass sails past Ange, intercepted by Wardwell, given to Melanie. Melanie running in, gets fouled on the attempted layup. Foul on Ange. That'll send Melanie. Oh, they're going to say no shot on that one, so it'll simply be an inbound for Newman. Subs on both sides for Newman. Antonia Kutsawati and Vivian Strandberg back into the game. Replacing Melanie and Skelly. Inbound Kutsawati tries to throw baseline, missed it, intercepted by Ange. Ange running the floor, going up for the shot, no good. Rebound by Gabriel, and we got a whistle. Not entirely sure what the whistle was for on that one. Oh, I think they're saying that Kai Gabriel's foot was on the baseline when she collected to that offensive rebound. And so it was out of bounds Newman ball. Kutsawati gives to Strandberg, to Jablensky, back to Strandberg, shot no good. Rebound Gabriel. Gabriel running with it in transition, shot no good. Rebound lost out of bounds. They're going to say Newman ball off that one. Still just 2 points scored this quarter for the Newman offense as they lead by 6. Kutsawati throws to Grossman in the corner. Pass out, quick pass inside, gets to Kutsawati. Kicks it out to Jablensky, tries for three, off the mark. And Marie Phillip just lets that one bounce out of bounds. Ange with the ball, past Curlis. Up top, stolen. Kutsawati has to stop. Pass, finds Wardwell. Wardwell misses on the shot. Rebound, Curlis. Curlis hit from behind by Kutsawati. That's another foul. And it looks like a timeout has been called. 1:02 on the clock here in the third. So far, just 2 points for Newman. They had 12 points in the first quarter, then 6 in the second, and now just 2 so far in the third, as the Marie Philip defense has clamped down more and more with each successive quarter. Meanwhile, for Marie Philip, 4 points in the first, 6 in the second, and 4 so far here in the third. So their scoring has mostly been hovering around the same amount. Just one fast break bucket from Antonia Kutsawati accounts for all points for the Cardinals here in the third. Meanwhile, for Marie Philip, they had the 1 3-pointer from Leticia Lazo-Reyes, and then 1 free throw from Kimberly Ange. Out of the timeout, Marie Philip with the ball off the foul. Danway gives to Ange. Inside, tipped by Skelly, but recovered by Curlis. Curlis fighting through, shot no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, Newman ball. Less than 50 seconds left in the quarter as Kutsawati walks it up, gives to Melanie. Melanie steps in, kicks out, Kutsawati fakes, sidesteps, mid-range, banks in. Antonia Kutsawati finally breaks the scoring drought and now has 14 points today. Danway gives to Ange. Back to Danway. Now over to Lazo-Reyes inside Curlis. Curlis fighting through, shot no good. Just a bit too much traffic there. Going to the floor, Ange recovered the offensive board, but couldn't get a pass away as it's stolen by Kutsawati. Kutsawati running, long 2, no good. Rebound, Ange. And that will end the third quarter. Our score at the end of 3, the Newman Cardinals 22, the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts 14. Antonia Kutsawati, the only point scorer for the Cardinals in the second half so far, as she scored all 4 of their points there in the third quarter. Newman trying to hold on here, get a win in their first game of 2025, and move their regular season record back up to 500. Individual point totals so far in this game for Newman: Antonia Kutsawati with 14 points, Clementine Melanie with 8. For Marie Philip, 6 points from Faith Curlis, 3 each from Leticia Lazo-Reyes and Kimberly Ange, and 2 points from Kai Gabriel. Eight minutes on the clock here for the fourth and final quarter of this one. And here we go. Clementine Melanie with the ball to start the fourth, swings it over to Kutsawati, steps in long 2, banks in again. 16 points now for Antonia Kutsawati as she starts off the fourth quarter with a basket. Danway gives to Ange. Kimberly Ange in the corner. Goes inside, Kai Gabriel, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound by Melanie. Melanie running, lost control of the ball, and that'll be Marie Phillip ball. I think Melanie was thinking about chucking that one up to Kutsawati, but it just slipped out of her hand and flew out of bounds. Vanessa Danway gives to Ange. Back to Danway. Danway pass over to Leticia Lazo-Reyes. Back to Danway, inside Gabriel. Out to Ange. Ange sees a lane, runs in, and runs right into the defense of Vivian Strandberg. And it's a jump ball. Possession arrow to Marie Phillip. So the Ghosts will keep the ball. Lazo-Reyes inbound. Ange collides with Miller, and they call the offensive foul. Ange just kind of leaned into that one a little bit too much with her shoulder there. And so the offensive foul will give possession to the Cardinals. Melanie brings it up. Gives to Strandberg. Strandberg for three. Swish! Vivian Strandberg with the first tray of the day for the Cardinals as they go up 27-14. Ange. Knocked loose. Miller picked her pocket and could not run back with it, but still fighting for the ball. Ultimately lost out of bounds. Goes out of bounds. Marie Phillip ball. Danway walking it up. Pass over to Ange. Ange, pass, knocked loose. And Miller hands to Kutsawati, who chucks it up to Melanie. Melanie going inside, fouled by Lazo-Reyes. As we get ready to have Melanie take some free throws, we take a look at the replay of the three-pointer from the left wing by Vivian Strandberg. Good arc on that shot, good finish, straight through the net for three. And Melanie hits the first of two. First made free throw for Newman today as number 5, Julia Skelly, checks back into the game, replacing Talia Miller. And Melanie just can't get the rim roll on the second one. 9 points today for Clementine Melanie off that free throw as that ball knocked loose by Melanie, recovered by Kutsawati. Kutsawati chucks one up to Melanie. Steps back, looking, throws it across. Kutsawati hits the layup. Beautiful ball movement between Clementine Melanie and Antonia Kutsawati to find that open layup for two, and a timeout is called. And I want to see a replay on that one because that's some of the best passing we've seen so far today. Kutsawati chucks one up. Melanie able to make the catch, steps back, sees Kutsawati under the hoop, throws it across the baseline. She's been trying to get those passes along the baseline all day, just haven't been connecting right. And that one connected perfectly with Kutsawati, who now has 18 points today. Another note in the live chat from Jesse Caddy. I think Skelly has the best defensive moves and coverage going on when she's in. And Jesse, that is saying something because we've seen a lot of impressive defensive play from a lot of different players on both sides, but especially from Newman today, holding Marie Philip to just 14 points here with 5.5 minutes to go. Out of the timeout, it's an inbound for Marie Philip. Danway gives to Ange. Ange, pass inside Gabriel. Shot rolls in. Kai Gabriel now with 4 points. 30-16, the Newman lead. Pass to Strandberg. Goes inside, tipped by Ange, recovered by Lazo Reyes. Gives the ball to Gabriel, who passes up to Danway. Pass over to Ange. Ange runs in. Almost lost the ball, but recovers it. Gets a pass to Danway. Danway manages to get it to Gabriel. Shot won't go. Rebound, Kutsawati. Kutsawati walking it up. Pass to Strandberg. Tries for three again. No good this time. Rebound by Disla Garcia. Gives it up to Danway. Danway running with it and draws a foul. They're going to call that foul on Jablensky. And another timeout is called, 30-16. The Newman lead here with 4 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock. Leading scorers, Antonia Kutsawati having a strong day here with 18 points. Clementine Melanie with 9. Vivian Strandberg with 3. For Marie Philip, Faith Curlis with 6, Kai Gabriel with 4, and Leticia Lazo Reyes and Kimberly Ange with 3 points each. And I tell you, I wish while I was, running the camera and doing the commentary and everything, that I could keep track of more than just points, because I wouldn't be surprised if Antonia Kutsawati had at least a double-double today. Either with rebounds or steals, maybe even possibly being close to a triple-double, but I can't really keep track of that here. Inbound to Gabriel, out to Disla Garcia, off on the shot, rebound Strandberg. Kutsawati walking it up. Gives to Strandberg. Back to Kutsawati. Kutsawati for 3, banks it. Oh, they say her foot was on the line, 2 points. But still, those 2 points are good to give Kutsawati a 20-point day here at the Y. Danway to Ange. Pass inside Gabriel. Gabriel looking. And they're going to call 3 seconds in the key on Vanessa Danway, and that will give the ball to Newman. Subs coming in for Newman. Melanie and Grossman back in the game, replacing Jablensky and Kutsawati. Melanie bringing it up, pass inside, tipped, but chased down by Strandberg. Out to Wardwell, over to Melanie. Melanie running in, pass, Strandberg, out to Wardwell. Wardwell for 3, short, caught by Disla Garcia, and she recovers it. Danway walking it up for the Ghosts, gives to Ange. Ange trying to drive in, gets walled, gives it out to Gabriel. Shot no good, but gets fouled from behind by Skelly. First free throw from Gabriel is good. And hits them both. Kai Gabriel now tied for the team lead with 6 points. Wardwell gives it to Grossman. Back to Wardwell. And gets it to Melanie. Melanie throws backdoor. Strandberg layup no good. Rebound, Dislik Garcia. Pass up to Danway. Danway running with it. Shot no good. Rebound by Melanie. Melanie chucks it up to Strandberg, drops it, picked up by Dislik Garcia, given to Danway, thrown away, intercepted by Melanie. Melanie running with it. Pass gets to Strandberg, layup no good, but draws the foul. Vivian Strandberg will go to the line. Let's take a quick look at the replay of that last basket made by Kutsawati. And you can see her toes landed right on the three-point line, making it a two-pointer. And Strandberg off on the first free throw. And misses them both. Rebound chased down by Melanie. Melanie steps in, passes out Strandberg, gets it across to Skelly. Skelly gets it out to Grossman, and Grossman, I think her foot was on the sideline, out of bounds. It's a tight spot in the corner there. Not much room between the three-point line and the sideline. And now we'll have a couple of subs check in. Looks like Nia Jablensky and Talia Miller back in the game, replacing Vivian Strandberg and Julia Skelly. Danway gives to Ange. Back to Danway. Now over to Lazo Reyes, who tries for three. Well short, out of bounds. .223 left to play here in this one. Melanie gives to Grossman. Over to Miller, floats one up, disrupted. Loose ball chased down by Ange, running with it, lost it out of bounds. Now who touched it last? Oh, they're gonna call a foul on Miller. And they're gonna say shooting foul. And so Kimberly Ange will go to the line for two. And off on the first. Ange with 3 points so far today. Second free throw also no good, and they call a lane violation, and they're going to give her one more try. And she's still off on both free throws. Rebound by Melanie. Melanie driving in, pass disrupted, intercepted by Ange, but out of bounds. And it'll be Newman ball. It can get a little confusing sometimes because the gym here at the Y has like 2 sidelines, but it's the black and white line that operates as the sideline here, not the red line. Inbound goes to Kutsawati, who's back in the game. Pass to Miller. Miller gives it out to Kutsawati. Over to Melanie. Melanie drives, pass across. Kutsawati knocked away. Recovered by Danway, running on the fast break. Layup no good. Rebound Kutsawati. Kutsawati passes out. Jablensky, open jumper no good. Rebound by Disla Garcia, gives to Danway, and they almost lost track of the ball there, but they do get it across half court. Ange running in, almost lost the ball. Pass gets across to Gabriel. Gabriel gets fouled. Gonna call the foul on Miller. Here with 1:10 to play, and I think these are bonus free throws at this point, as I think Newman has crossed the team limit. Gabriel short on the first free throw. And misses them both. Rebound by Melanie. Melanie chucks pass across, complete. Skelly out to Miller. Miller gives to Kutsawati. Kutsawati weaving around the baseline. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Putback no good. Own rebound again. Passes away. Out of bounds. And they're going to say that was tipped by Marie Phillips, so it'll stay Newman ball. Melanie with the ball at the top. Less than 50 seconds left to play. Into the corner to Skelly. Out to Miller. Miller to Melanie. Melanie into the corner. Passes out to Kutsawati. Kutsawati across the top gives to Skelly. Skelly gets knocked over. And that one rolls out of bounds, stays Newman ball. 26 seconds left on the clock, as with this win, Newman will improve to 2-2 on the season. Start off the new calendar year with a W. As a pretty comfortable 14-point lead with less than 30 seconds left. Inbound goes to Melanie. Pass baseline to Kutsawati, give and go. Melanie shot short. Out of bounds, they're going to say Marie Phillip ball. So it looks like Melanie might finish just short of a double-digit outing. Unable to make that last shot. Ange looking around, knocked loose. Going to stay Marie Phillip ball with just 3.3 seconds to play as we wrap up things here at the Y. Inbound was blocked, and now they wrestle for the ball. Jump ball with 0.4 seconds left. And they're not going to bother with those last 0.4. They just let it run out. And that is your ball game. The final score, the Newman School Cardinals 32, The Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts, 18. Final individual point totals for Newman. Antonia Kutsawati with a great day on the floor, 20 points to lead all scorers. Clementine Melanie with a solid performance of her own, 9 points. Vivian Strandberg hit the only three-pointer for the Cardinals today as she got 3 points. For Marie Philip, Faith Curlis and Kai Gabriel with 6 points each. And Leticia Lazo Reyes and Kimberly Ange with 3 points each. And that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. Remember, if there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. You can also go down below to the description section of this video, where you can find some links related to me that you can also see on the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can see my email there. You can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. And don't forget to follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Final score, Newman 32, Marie Philip 18. From the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.